Hey everyone, welcome back to Open. Our last guest is a Grammy Award winning trumpeter and composer, inspired to pursue music as a career by his father, drummer Roberto Rodriguez. And Michael's musical pursuit has led him to perform with jazz icons such as Chick Corea, Kenny Barron, Charlie Hayden, Quincy Jones, and Eddie Palmieri. And that's just to name a few. And since Michael's music has been recorded onto multiple Grammy and Latin Grammy award-winning albums, as well as his own album being a Latin Jazz Grammy nominated under his record label, Rod Bros Music, with his brother, Robert Rodriguez. And joining us now to share more of his fantastical musical journey, please welcome Grammy Award-winning trumpeter and composer, Michael Rodriguez.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Rhina. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, we are so honored to have you. Thank you for taking the time.
Of course.
Yes, no, I'm always excited when we were able to get you guys like at the crack of dawn, you know. We'll start there. And even though we're semi, pre-recording hand, but also the fact that you're not on tour, you're not traveling extensively at this particular moment. So we're always excited when we can grab you for just a few minutes just to share a little bit of everything that you've accomplished. I mean, it's really impressive. Super.
Thank you.
Here's the thing. In researching your work and recognizing that you have worked with, aside from all these legendary icons, you've worked on other people's projects, and then you have your own label, and then you have your own projects, and then you're a composer. And so it became questionable to me of like, how are you able to like remain with the same integrity, hopping into so many different areas? Like, how do you do that? How do you choose what you're going to work on?
Well, it's a great question. I think at first it was out of necessity to be able to wear different hats, so to speak, musical hats, to in order to maintain a work, to be active. And I think early on it was instilled in me to learn how to do that. Be able to play for example, in a horn section and play, in tune and all that. Learn that culture of playing in a horn section, and then also being able to be an artist, work on your art, and express yourself. And I mean, my love has always been to play creative music, jazz, and the jazz genre, mostly, and the Latin jazz as well, and just to be like follow that lineage of like the Dizzy Gillespie and the Clifford Brown, Freddie Huggards, and the Chapotin, and all up in Chocolate, Arturo Sandoval, just follow that lineage and have both worlds, juggle both worlds, the Latin world and the jazz world. Being that I was born in Queens, New York, and growing up, I grew up down in South Florida in Miami as a young kid. So I had both. I feel like I grew up with both of the best of both worlds. There, my father's a musician, and so he had records of Palmieri and Irakere, and also McCoy Tyner and Michael Brecker. He had all this wonderful music at home that we grew up listening to, and so
it was instilled.
You
played with them now? Oh my gosh!
That for me, I know it's like living a dream for me. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. I mean, for me, it's just truly, I'm very fortunate to have been able to play with these great artists that I grew up listening to.
Oh my God.
Really incredible.
Music, listening to you is so admirable, because how many Grammys are you in now? I mean, because you have your own Grammy, and then you're on Grammy Award winning albums. So like, and you're like,
really, it's really, I have to pinch myself sometimes to really, I started with Charlie Hayden. He basically put me on the map when I was 24 years old. Charlie, a great bassist and composer, and he was part of the whole free jazz movement in the 60s, and with Ornette Coleman. And so for me, getting that call to play with him was like, wow, it was a dream come true. And then to be able to work with him for 11 years, travel and tour and record right up until his passing, it was like, wow. And being able to call him as a friend, was really incredible. So I definitely always pay homage to him, and forever indebted, grateful. I mean, grateful for his involvement in my development
That's
as an
awesome.
artist. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing a little bit of
Oh,
your history
sure.
with him.
My,
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And again, just in your storytelling and in the way you're sharing a little bit of your accomplishments, which is, quite frankly speaking, he's so humble, but there's so much on his plate, like on in his bio, that there's no way I can introduce all of it. So
no.
we're doing the best as we can to, to fit in as much as we can in this short period of time. And we are going to get a taste of his music after this. But I really wanted this segment to be about whatever it is that you wanted to talk about.
Hmm.
Perhaps the reopening looked like for you, and who you're working with, and what kind of projects you're working on.
Sure. Well, obviously during the pandemic, everything shut down. Tours were canceled. There was a big tour with Chick Corea that was canceled, and then unfortunately he passed away later on in the 2020, and so or 2021 rather. And let's see, it's lucky for me, things started to come back. I also do some teaching at the university level at NYU, and also in San Francisco Conservatory of Music. So that was kind of helpful as well. But performances started coming back, thankfully. Venues started to open up, tours started crawling back slowly but surely.
I know, but it's
Uh,
such a big deal, right?
oh,
To be in
indeed,
the
I'll never
audience,
ever.
to be in the actual presence of your fellow musicians. Because I mean, y'all were getting creative, doing all kinds of stuff virtually.
Oh, indeed, yeah, I was involved in a lot of virtual recordings, and I had to get versed in home studio stuff, which I've never had to do before. But I
So look at
immediately
that,
went.
you became an engineer.
Like what's, I was like, what is this? What am I doing? And but yeah, that was helpful as well. To stay active recording it from home, which was nice.
We thank you for making sure you stop on by and have some fun with us,
Oh, well,
everyone.
thank you very much.
Woo! Everyone, a Grammy Award winning trumpeter and composer, Michael Rodriguez.
Thank you very much.
Be here with us. You guys don't go anywhere, because when we return, Michael is going to perform for us. You don't want to miss.